Romania, the country of the oldest Christian people in Southeast Europe. For the first time in the history of Christianity, religious liberty was born in this realm at the end of the Middle Ages. After 1580, the truth about the seventh day was understood in our lands, and this light was the brightest in all of Europe and for the longest time. Numerous historical sources confirm the presence of groups of up to tens of thousands of Sabbath keepers for almost 4 centuries right in the heart of Romania. Today, by chance or not, we have the highest Adventist population density on the continent. In 2020, we celebrated 150 years of Romanian Adventism, and in recent decades, the Church has been institutionally strengthened. Awaiting the return of Jesus Christ to earth, we have generously and creatively engaged in generating national structured mission networks. It is 30 years since the founding of the first Adventist theological high schools in partnership with the Romanian government. In these 3 institutions, students do not pay any taxes and staff salaries are paid from the state budget. In the meantime, 3 more private theoretical high schools, 2 post-secondary health schools, and Adventist University have been set up. We run 19 educational centers that are opened, licensed or accredited with 4,000 students, and about half of them come from a non-Adventist background. At preschool level, we have 42 kindergartens in all regions of the country. Many operate on the premises of local churches, and 2/3 of the children come from non-Adventist families. Soli Deo Gloria for the complete cycles of education, from preschool to university level. But what is the use of a good education if we don't enjoy good health? That is why we provide society with holistic medical services for adopting a healthy lifestyle based on biblical principles. Approximately 50,000 patients benefited from therapies at lifestyle centers in Hergelia, Podiș, Ivești and Bucharest. These havens of health and relaxation are administered by Adventist medical doctors or supportive ministries. There are 2 more sanitariums under construction in Codlea and Dumbrava, and recently, ASI Romania started the construction of an oncology hospital in Târgu Mureș. In addition to ongoing efforts, we conduct prevention programs and screening campaigns for the urban population in partnership with the Ministry of Health, the National Anti-Drug Agency and local government authorities. In the country seats, we provide Romanians with resources for personal and spiritual development within the Sola Scriptura bookstore network. Why do we invest in books? In Romania, Adventist pioneers stood out for their love of reading. Today, in partnership with the Life and Health Publishing House, we maintain 50 multifunctional centers, bookstores, mini libraries, secretaries for Bible courses, health and family, study spaces for classes and seminars. Romanian Adventists are also passionate distributors of literature. They offer millions of brochures, leaflets, magazines and books in 2 languages for free each year. In 2021, the Life and Health Printing House alone sold 138,000 copies of the book Great Controversy and over 110,000 Bibles, not to mention missionary periodicals and other systematically distributed publications. The good news that Jesus is coming soon is proclaimed not only throughout the Romanian territory, but also spread via airwaves, through satellites and the internet. Voice of Hope Radio covers approximately half of the inhabited areas through its own 45 local stations in AM and FM, most of which having at least 2 hours of local production daily. Hope Channel Romania is a 24/7 television with 80% own production in its grid and 17 hours of live programming per week. An Adventist television online has recently been launched in the northeastern region of the country. Of the more than 1,000 churches, a third are active on social media, and about 120 are broadcast live every Sabbath. We have 5 podcasts, 3 large dedicated mission channels, 330 local church websites, and 6 smartphones applications, some for the internal public in order to streamline communication between the administration and members, and others with over 50,000 users for the general public. We integrate new media into our strategy and, in the context of digitalization, we offer quality spiritual content for all ages on a daily basis. Twice a year, we run national evangelistic campaigns on radio, television, and social media, with live participation from all official pages and channels. At the local level, Adventist members volunteer through non-governmental organizations based on Adventist values. The Romanian EDRA office carried out activities with an extraordinary impact on the refugee crisis in Ukraine. We have assisted almost 500,000 refugees and accommodated about 20,000 of them in our churches or homes. Our volunteers have appeared in many reports and news broadcasts on commercial television stations. The invested value? Nearly $4 million. We organized 27 humanitarian convoys sent across the border with about 300 tons of food, including the support given to our Adventist Brotherhood. People with disabilities have a special place in our hearts, for which in 2010 we founded the association Rise and Walk. It currently brings together more than 3,000 beneficiaries from 13 regional branches. In this country, Adventists manage 5 social institutions for seniors, one of them, the House of Bread, being managed exclusively on the basis of volunteering, donations, and sponsorships. This center recovers homeless and elderly people abandoned by their families and has been operating providentially for 18 years, without its founder requesting any financial help. Probably the most powerful and diverse volunteer resource are young Adventists. The Amicus Student Association, with branches in 14 university cities and 800 registered members, holds in its portfolio cultural, social, and medical projects in partnership with over 60 institutions and organizations. The Religious Liberty Association negotiates the change of exam days scheduled for the Sabbath, monitors the observance of the rights of religious minorities, organizes scientific symposia, and supports the interests of the Church. At the national level, there are more than 10 associations and foundations that support the Church, and at the regional level another 60, not to mention private initiatives, even national rank ones, that support Adventist values. What does the Adventist Church in Romania look like in numbers? In short, a 6-conference union with 62,251 members and 1,075 churches, 400 pastors and about 3,000 elders. An Adventist community of 10,500 children and 8,200 young people. A church of ministers, 800 educators and teachers, 700 doctors, 1,100 nurses, 1,000 active volunteers in 45 penitentiaries, 800 volunteer students in cultural and social projects, 62 literature evangelists, 42 employed missionaries, plus digital missionaries and volunteers for people with disabilities. $24 million tithe donated in 2021. A system of Adventist kindergartens, schools and high schools, an Adventist media network, a set of urban centers of influence, Sola Scriptura, a network of medical centers and NGOs dedicated to the cause of the Church. Just to mention, since 2007, almost a quarter of Romanian believers have emigrated en masse, mostly to European countries, which had led to the revival of Adventism in many urban centers. But all the figures mentioned just impoverish the overall picture and do not reveal the core of the reality in Romania. Its most important part? Our brothers, sisters and friends. They are the daily gospel read by the millions of Romanians with whom they share their faith. In addition to the reports presented and the unspoken experiences, we are left with one certainty: Jesus is coming. How do we get involved? We keep waiting. This is our mission.